as an attorney, how does explain once make you more efficient?
Uh, well, I think it's best to address that by looking at the problem itself. So, what is the true problem that it solves? Well, in practice, what I found in practicing law in the estate planning area specifically, I would send documents to clients. Those documents, by my standards, and probably most attorneys who practice in this area, would be simple. I've got on screen here a revocable trust. This is something we would send out typically to clients very frequently. Almost every client would get one of these. And even this simple document is over 11,000 words, 33 pages. And it's chock full of provisions just like this one. That when the client gets to it, they might freeze up and think, I can't even understand this thing. Or I have tons of different questions on the underlying terms in here, so I need to ask the attorney. And in many cases, what would happen, I'd get an email outlining all of the questions in the document, or the person would call in and ask the questions. And most likely, what would happen is we'd have a meeting just to go over those questions, which in the moment seems small, but then that compounds month after year, and it builds up. So that creates, in effect, a bottleneck in the process of getting through the process of drafting and getting documents signed and getting clients protected. The bottleneck is at the questions and changes phase. So I thought, okay, well, how can we eliminate this bottleneck or address it and be much more effective in doing so? And on one day, I think it was in 2020, I actually explained this provision you see on screen three times to three different clients. And I thought, boy, wouldn't it just be a lot more efficient if this provision explained itself? And I just had embedded in there that explanation that I'd given to those three different people. But at the time, there wasn't a way to do that. I searched and looked for software that would allow for me to do that. It didn't exist. So what I did is worked with a programmer and created software that would take a document like this and turn it into this. Something that guides the client through, hits all the hot button questions I know clients are going to ask. And instead of explaining things repeatedly, you just have to, well, explain once.